Welcome to this explainer. We're standing at a sudden, totally irreversible fork in the road right now. This isn't just, another routine tech update. It's a fundamental shift in how we live, work, and interact as a species. So today, we're going to break down exactly how you can navigate this wildly uncharted landscape before it's literally too late. Let's dive right in.
The global sentiment right now is captured perfectly by Alex Chan, the CEO of Videospace. He said, "This time it feels really different." And he is absolutely right. Unlike past technological waves, think the steam engine or the early internet, which peaked and then kind of plateaued predictably, AI is hyper-accelerated. It is breathless. And honestly, what's wild is that it's increasingly invisible. It's deeply embedded in our daily lives, making these profound decisions for us entirely in the background. This demands our immediate attention. Mostly because our regulatory frameworks, they simply cannot keep pace with this blinding speed. We are hurtling into a future where the old rules just do not apply anymore.
So the stakes here are completely unprecedented. We're looking at a stark choice between two incredibly different outcomes. On one side, we've got the Omega. This is your classic dystopian nightmare, mass unemployment, pervasive surveillance, and, quite frankly, terrifying autonomous weapons. But on the flip side, we have the Alpha. This is an awe-inspiring utopian golden age. Just imagine a post-scarcity world where AI actually helps us cure intractable diseases, definitively solve climate change, and foster real global harmony. So it's an ominous threat versus a breathtaking dream. And the path we take? Well, that depends entirely on the urgent choices you and I make right now. Now, to actually reach that golden age, we've got to start by asking a really profound, deeply personal question. What are you if your career is taken away? Think about it. For centuries, our human purpose has been intrinsically linked to our work, right? But if AI swoops in and automates our intellectual and manual tasks, we have to consciously redefine our human purpose completely outside of traditional employment. If the machines are doing all the heavy lifting, we're suddenly faced with the problem of leisure. We have to actively rediscover what it means to be human when we aren't just defined by our economic output. Surviving and really thriving through this transition means you need a brand new personal playbook. First up, you've got to redefine your purpose by actively exploring personal growth and community engagement. Second, embrace lifelong learning to stay agile. Third, cultivate discernment. Look, AI models can be a total black box. They sometimes generate hallucinations or flat-out false information, so you must critically evaluate everything you see. And fourth, manage your data safely. You've got to take immediate control of your personal digital footprint, right now. To truly make this work, you have to cultivate what we call meta skills. Now, this isn't just about learning how to code or figuring out a new software platform. No, it's the foundational ability to learn new skills way faster, to actively unlearn outdated concepts, and to rapidly adapt to technological evolution. It's really about cultivating a profound growth mindset. It's kind of like being a phoenix, going through the fire of continuous learning, right? You have to be willing to constantly reinvent yourself as the ground shifts right under your feet. Okay, alongside all that learning, you absolutely must fiercely guard your privacy. Because AI models rely on immense amounts of personal data, adopting a simple two-bucket data management strategy is absolutely essential right now. Here's how it works. Bucket 1. This is information you simply do not care if it goes online and gets scraped by an AI. Bucket 2. This is highly sensitive, intimate information that must never go online. Ever. Because once your data is out there in the wild, you have to assume it is permanently accessible and potentially being used by these vast, invisible algorithmic models. Another huge key to succeeding here is that we have to completely abandon this whole humans versus AI narrative. That adversarial, defensive, and fearful mindset, it's only going to hold us back. Instead, we really need to embrace the highly inspiring evolution of human plus AI. Think about it. By treating AI as a capable new colleague or coworker, one that just effortlessly handles all the repetitive, data-heavy tasks, you free yourself up. You get to focus on what humans actually do best: creativity, empathy, and deep critical thinking. It's a highly collaborative, synergistic relationship that literally amplifies our human potential. Moving into our next section, our collective global mission, building a future where AI serves humanity. So, zooming out from the individual for a second, personal adaptation just isn't enough on its own. We are facing massive, interconnected global challenges. For economic disruption, we are going to need unprecedented reskilling initiatives, and honestly, potentially even a universal basic income. For ethical AI deployment, we absolutely must mandate a human in the loop to ensure fairness and strict oversight. Geopolitically, we have to cut through our national divides because let's face it, this technology recognizes zero borders. And to protect our democracies from AI filter bubbles and targeted misinformation, we desperately need widespread AI literacy. Every single massive challenge up there requires decisive, collective action from all of us.
We are standing on the brink of a radical economic shift. Right now, our current economic structures rely entirely on human productivity, usually measured as GDP per capita. But as robots and AI become the primary producers of actual economic value, we're looking at a total paradigm shift toward measuring GDP per robot capita. In this new world, concepts like universal basic income, they aren't just fringe ideas anymore. They are going to be the essential, non-negotiable safety nets needed to catch folks displaced by automation, making sure that unimaginable wealth isn't simply concentrated at the very, very top. We also urgently need robust international collaboration to tackle some truly terrifying existential threats before it is simply too late. I'm talking about lethal autonomous weapon systems, literally machines programmed to make life or death decisions with zero human intervention. Add to that the rapid scale of deepfake misinformation, extreme wealth concentration among just a handful of cloud capital owners, and a really heated global AI arms race. We absolutely need binding global agreements here. We need a mandated kill switch and foundational rules of robotics, just so that humanity doesn't face extinction simply because of a runaway algorithm. But, and this is a big but, if we can unite to actually navigate those critical threats, the flip side is nothing short of breathtaking. AI can be a miraculous equalizer. We can unlock breakthroughs that were once pure science fiction. Imagine dramatically enhancing climate modeling to literally save our planet, or optimizing our renewable energy grids. Think about accelerating drug discovery to completely eradicate ancient diseases and empowering massive financial inclusion for marginalized communities all over the globe. AI has the awe-inspiring potential to democratize access to education and healthcare, literally lifting billions out of extreme poverty. Which brings us to our final section, choosing a golden age, painting our destiny. Because of that regulatory lag we talked about earlier, we cannot just passively sit around and wait for governments to save us. The future is absolutely not predetermined. It is an active construction entirely reliant on the choices that we make today. So this is not a time for fear-mongering or burying our heads in the sand. No way. This is our moment to aggressively champion human values like empathy, dignity, and transparency. We have got to demand inclusive innovation that bridges the digital divide, making absolute certain that AI becomes a tool that serves all of humanity, and not just a privileged few. So I want to leave you with this final, crucial thought for this explainer. Will we remain the masters of our fate? The window to act is rapidly closing, folks. The conversation has begun, but now it is totally up to us to demand responsible governance and step up before it's too late. Engage actively, embrace continuous learning, and fight for a collaborative future. We have the collective power to ensure this incredibly potent new ally leads humanity into an undeniable alpha, a true golden age. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive. Now let's go shape our destiny.